The Tony and Tim show as usual. Good evening, everyone that's watching. I'm Tony.
And I'm Tim.
Thank you for joining us for this very, very interesting episode on the show where we bring you again the best in football happening across the weekend. And that, Timothy, takes us across the weekend to Monday night where Manchester United will be hosting Tottenham Hotspur, a team that's without a home right now.
Yep.
They will be coming to Old Trafford, hoping to continue their perfect start. 6 points out of 6.
Yeah, Tony, there are about 6 teams that have a perfect start right now. And what a way for Tottenham to visit Man United in their shambolic form. And also for Man United, Tony, to host Tottenham, having had a very, very bad performance against Brighton. So it's a weekend we can't wait for.
Because this is a very, very big game, especially for Mourinho. Jose Mourinho will be hoping that in this game, he banks on history. We know that Pochettino has struggled a little bit when he has come to Old Trafford. It's been a place where he hasn't gotten a lot of points. He's actually been losing.
He has lost all the four.
In the past couple of games that he's gone to Old Trafford there. But certainly, this is the Manchester United side that we need to look at critically, team. What have they done right or what have they done wrong in the first 2 games? We saw a game they played against Leicester City, the kickoff. It was a brilliant, brilliant game that for everyone that enjoyed it, almost a perfect game until Vardy scored that goal. In the second game, they followed it up with a shambolic performance against Brighton and Albion. What has Mourinho done in the past couple of days to make things right?
I think I'll start with the defense, Tony. They were totally poor. Eric Bailly and Victor Lindelof. It's a partnership that everyone wants to see playing right in Man United, but this suddenly has gone wrong. And I think Mourinho is trying to look at Marcos Rojo, maybe Smalling. The guys are not dependable again, Tony. Not even the bench has the good guys. So not until Mourinho sorts out the defense, Man United might still suffer. And this is a game where Harry Kane will be telling his colleagues,
his suppliers,
pass me the ball, pass me the ball. I'm going to terrorize these guys. So Man United has to look at the defensive approach first to me, and then they have to talk the strike line also, because we've seen that they don't have goals. Other teams are scoring 5, 6. United has scored 2 penalties out of the 4 goals, so they're not looking good, Tony.
It's a big problem, of course, especially that we know Man U is still suffering in that defensive department. They still Valencia. We've seen him coming back into the training, but this game might be coming too early for him. So it's still a problem for Mourinho in the defense. So lots of problems to sort out. Like you said, Lindelof and Bailly have not particularly worked out so far as Mourinho would have liked. So it's a place that he has to look at, maybe giving the Chris Smalling and Phil Jones partnership another chance. So it will be very interesting to see how he sets up there. Moving on into the midfield though. Pogba, still captain. He has had 2 goals scored from the penalty spot. What can you say about his season so far?
So far, I think...
The player that was touted to leave.
Yeah, I think he's with what has happened prior to the season beginning, I think Pogba has done a great job. He's been able to help Man United. I think without Pogba, they would have been too poor, Tony. So Pogba being there, captaining this side, has helped them try to live up. But I still don't know what Fred brings to the table. It's like Fred and Pogba looking similar to me. One person has to be the supplier to the other, and both are getting deep to pick the ball. And I think to me that is what's affecting Man United. Not until maybe Nemanja Matic comes back, then these 2 guys will start ticking. For now, Pogba and Fred, nothing to see from them.
When you look at on the opposite side, when you look at Tottenham Hotspur, the way they've started the season, they've conceded in both games. Of course, they've not kept a clean sheet yet. We've seen their goalkeeper Loris having a bit of off-field trouble there. But we will definitely be hoping that he'll be coming into this game in the right frame of mind. Their defense has performed very, very solid so far. With Kevin Trippier also coming in with a goal there, having 2 brilliant performances in those 2 games. In the midfield, Eriksen and company. Do you think they have enough to better Mourinho's midfield?
No, that's why I think if the Man U guys come up with a very good performance, Tony, here, I think this midfield of Tottenham might be lacking. They have Eric Dyer there, and this is a game where maybe they will have to start Dembele, Tony, because Man United has energy there. So Dembele should be coming into this game. Then only I think they will have some weight to match Man United. Otherwise, United can look into the midfield of Tottenham and say, if we run the midfield, then we can have supplies to Lukaku, who we hope to be up to speed to get goals for United.
This is a big game for Manchester United. Big strikers that they have there. We've seen the bit of trouble that they are having there with Rashford and Anthony Martial. Sanchez has not kicked off this season.
No. he was terrific, Tony, in pre-season. Maybe because he was playing as the front man, number 9. He's totally gone a wall. And I'm not sure whether he was injured the previous game, Tony, but we hope to see him against Tottenham. They need him. If you look at the previous game, Brighton, Mourinho explained why he was starting Rashford on bench. He said if Lukaku got tired, then he can bring in Rashford as a number 9, or maybe as a replacement to Martial. So it's totally confusing, but when Sanchez comes back, it gives United more alternatives. Then maybe they can have a go on Tottenham.
And of course, that game will be coming after Harry Kane broke his August hoodoo in the Premier League, scoring in the previous game there. Of course, we know that Tottenham certainly have the squad depth to counter a side like Manchester United. We know that they did not buy a lot of players, but they have some players that people are still looking to buy in Darren Rose and Alderweireld. Can Pochettino afford to lose any of these players?
No, he didn't do any buying, so I'll be surprised if he sold them. Of course, we know they're looking for fans, but these are good backups. They're almost starters, Tony, in the Tottenham side. So I'll be surprised if they're sold.
Of course, that game comes on Monday night, 10 p.m. Don't forget to tune in there and watch that game. Tottenham will be taking on a Manchester United side that hasn't looked convincing in the earlier stages of the season. So it will be very, very interesting. A lot of interesting Spurs players, of course, have been coming up with good performances. We mentioned Trippier. Another player that probably has been having a couple of good games has been Lucas Moura. That player that came in January is suddenly now starting to show what is worth in that side. And of course, that game will be a big, massive clash. Manchester United cannot afford any more slip-ups. Tottenham are already on 6 points, chasing the leading pack. Manchester United on 3 points. What is your prediction?
Tony, before I give you the prediction, if Man United lose this game, then they become 6 points off Tottenham. And we don't know if Man City would have won that weekend and Liverpool. So you don't want to be 6 points off the pace.
So far.
So looking at the record of Tottenham also at Old Trafford, lost the past 4 games, no goals in that run. I think Man United might have the edge of it, but I've gone for 1-1, Tony.
1-0 for me in that particular game there. Manchester United, I think, still have the tools. They need to wake up from that game that they had at Brighton. So being at home, I've given them the edge here to beat that Tottenham side. Of course, don't miss that game, and we'll be bringing you all the live scores on our Facebook page. Don't miss and stay tuned.